Happy Friday, y'all. How y'all doing?
All right. Grand Rising. You guys do us a favor as you jump on, drop your city and state, like, share, and tag. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I'm Eric,
I'm Dio.
and this is the Blank Spot Academy where we come on every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talking business, guys. Barbara G. Grand Rising. Thanks for
Good
jumping on.
morning,
Appreciate
Barbara
you.
G.
Appreciate you.
Where, where you joining us from,
Drop
Barbara?
those cities and states, y'all. Let us know you're tuning in from. If you are a business owner, whether you are new to this, whether you've been doing it for a while, we're going to share some information with you, talking to you this morning about target audience. Now, this training, this information is not, it's not meant to make you an expert because, just sharing information. So it's not meant to make you an expert. However, it is meant to make you aware. It's meant to make you aware. So if you are having problems with sales, if you're having problems with reaching people, there's some things that you may not be doing. Okay, you may not be doing some of these things. So let's talk about some stuff.
Good morning,
Hey, Lizzie.
Lizzie. Columbia,
So you want to go ahead and get started,
Middleburg, Florida.
or you want to wait for some more people to
It's up
pop
to
on?
you. It's 9:01.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get started, man. If you are watching us from TikTok, you can actually see the replay on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is The Blanks Spot. So, guys, we are a sublimation blank supplier located in Columbia, South Carolina. Like I said, we come on every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about business beyond crafting. And the reason why we do this, hey, Miko, what's going on?
Hey, Miko.
The reason why we do this is because we feel like it's needed in our community and amongst the other crafters and creators. So we want to share our experiences in hopes that it's going to help you out and to grow your business. Don't be discouraged. Don't feel like you're not doing. Sometimes we feel like we're not doing enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes we compare ourselves to other people and other businesses, their experiences and what they have been doing. Yeah. We are not marketing gurus. That is not our lane.
Nope. We just know what we've been through, and we're sharing with you guys what we've been through. There's more to crafting, guys. There's that back end. So we want to come up with something, the business beyond crafting, so that we can, show you guys some things when it comes to your craft business,
So, some people are talking about they're having problems with people buying stuff. Nobody will buy my stuff. Well, maybe it's because you may be targeting the wrong people. I talked about this yesterday a little bit. As creators, crafters, designers, if you are not the person that is teaching, if you're not the person that is educating, if you're not the person that is making your money by showing people how to do stuff, then it may not be a great idea to get on social media all the time showing people the processes from start to finish. Now, of course, that's going to be some conflicting thoughts about that, because you hear people all the time on social media talking about, hey, well, you know what? I don't want to be a gatekeeper, or somebody's, accusing people of holding back information. Well, that if that ain't your lane, that ain't your lane.
Right. Right.
That's not your lane. That's not your lane.
And we understand, social media is about, well, we know that it's about, sharing and, getting those followers up. But, you have to be careful with the amount of information, that you share when you're on there, because you can almost kind of block, your the sales that you're getting, based on what you're doing. So you got to be careful with that.
I think so. If it's not your lane to teach or to educate, if it's not your lane to teach marketing, if it's not your lane to teach business, if it's not your lane to teach that particular process that you're doing, then you might want to consider how you are sharing. Your choice, your business, not telling you what to do, just a little bit of advice and recommendations from a business owner's perspective. So let's talk about this. I think that might have been the fire marshal. We had a call this morning about 9:00, so we're gonna have to get him a call back later on. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. My name is Eric.
I'm Dio.
And this is the Blank Spot Academy. We are located in Columbia, South Carolina, and we have an amazing storefront. Yes, excited about that. We have an amazing storefront where we service the local people here in South Carolina, specifically Columbia area. And we also have a website. We ship around the country. And we've shipped outside of the country as well.
Yep.
We specialize in sublimation blanks and supplies.
That's our baby.
And of course, there are many processes.
Yep.
There are many processes to creating what it is that you want to create.
Yep.
There's several processes. Thank you, Miko. Appreciate it. There's several processes out there to making things, but we have to stick to what we know. We also provide you access to DTF transfers, heat transfer vinyl,
sublimation transfers. We offer eco solvent, ink and supplies for eco tank printers. So we have a wide variety of different things that we offer here in the store. Like Eric said, we are a storefront, retail storefront, where you can actually come in and you can pick up the items and take them with you right there. You don't have to wait for shipping.
So we started a series week before last, business beyond crafting, because like Dee said, we know that there are much more things involved in business besides just making things. If you are a business owner and you are choosing crafting as your source of income, then you want to make sure that you pay attention to some of the trainings that we do. If you happen to miss this because you're on a different platform, you can always go to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is The Blank Spot. YouTube channel is The Blank Spot. And we have a slide deck to show you this morning. It's not a long slide, but we're going to go ahead and share it for the people who are on YouTube so you guys can actually see what it is that we are talking about. So I titled this Help.
How do I find my target audience?
Ooh, okay. So let's go ahead and get started, man. We talked about a lot of this.
Yeah, we've talked about this, before, but you always want to come back and reiterate, different things, because these are things that are going to help you, throughout your business. So we are going to be talking about some things that we have, like I said, already talked about, but we just want to keep on talking about it so that if we can kind of really get it ingrained in you.
And the last thing we want to do is to make anybody who's listening feel like we're forcing the information on you. Several people are going to receive information differently. Some people will not even listen. People just want to make things, some people want to, whatever they want to do. But this is only for people who want to know that there are other things that will make your business turn, that will make the wheel turn, besides just making things. And I guess I gotta figure out how to verbalize that differently, just making things. But that's what it kind of boils down to. We have a whole slew of people on social media showing us how to make things, showing us different processes. And that's cool.
All day, every day.
But when you decide to turn that hobby into a business, there's some things that you're gonna need to know.
There's a lot of things that you're gonna need to know. Right? Because, when you get in business, you get in business for us, we're here to leave a legacy. But in order to do that, we have to learn how to make a profit from what we're doing. Right? So, you want to know those different things when you get into business, because it's only going to help you to excel and to grow the business to where you want it to be.
So, if it's your first time on the broadcast, do us a favor and drop a number 1. We will answer all questions after we have finished presenting. We will answer all questions as it relates to this topic. Now. All questions besides what we're talking about, we'll address those questions after we have actually done our presentation. Okay. Is that fair? So we'll go back and address all the questions, but anything that we're talking about today, target audience, we will address it on the spot. Okay. So target audience. A target audience is basically a specific group of customers who are most likely to respond positively to your promotions, social media, products, and services. If somebody's out there in business and you have not heard the term or the phrase target audience, then first time, here it is. So target audience is important. And why? Can you see that? I got a little small, huh?
So why is it important? So knowing who your customers are will give you a better opportunity to deliver the products and services instead of blind shooting at your target, right? It builds a stronger communication between your business and your customers, right?
Communication.
Yes.
Is key.
Communication is the key, so you have to know, who those customers are and, what they want.
So we're building a relationship. We're building a relationship with other people who we want to buy our products and services. And of course, you can go to sales classes. You can go to marketing classes. Those things will probably help you out.
Yeah.
You can even get some marketing assistance from professionals, people who are actually doing this, who are in that's their lane. But I recommend that you do some research on everything before you even consider just trying to do it yourself. Do some research before you hire somebody. Southwest J Rock and also Aisha, thank y'all for jumping on. Appreciate it. So communication. You got to build a relationship with people. You can't just shove your products in their faces and try to sell to everybody and anybody. Everybody don't want your stuff.
Right.
Everybody doesn't want our blanks.
Right.
We can have the best blanks in the southeastern region. We do. But however, and it's not that everybody may not want our blanks. Some people have graduated from
buying retail. So now you may be at a point where you're ready to buy, in larger quantities. So you don't need the blank spot anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, we cater to, those newer, the newer crafters, the newer, business owners that have not graduated to that upper level of getting maybe pallets of this or boxes of that. You may still be in the need of that one or two items. So we know who that, as far as the retail part, that's our target audience.
And just so you know, we are retail now. We do have some things in place that allows people to buy. You can buy as much as you want.
Yeah.
But we have some things set in place where people can buy at a lower price from us. However, here's the thing. As we progress in our business, we realize that our target audience may change.
It's going to change. Yep.
So right now we're targeting people who are basically new and don't know how to find vendors or who are not comfortable or confident enough to find vendors.
Right.
So here we are. We've done the work. We've done the research.
Yeah.
I say we. When I say we, I mean D.
I mean, we were your guinea pig. We're the ones that get out there and we find the vendors and we sublimate the items to make sure that they're great products before we give them to you. You may not be at that level yet to where you don't want to go through the whole hassle of getting a sample, spending so much on a sample just to make sure it's right. We've done that work for you. So now it's on the shelf and now you're just coming in and picking it up because you know that it's great.
The bottom line is it may not be in your budget to do what somebody else is currently doing. As a person who's new to business, who's just getting started, it may not be in your budget. So you may not want to or feel comfortable going outside, like Dee said, paying a large amount of money just to get one thing to try. And paying all that money in shipping. So we've done that. We've done that work. So that's who we're targeting.
That's
we're targeting people who are new. So buyer persona, our customer or the customer avatar, they both mean the same, pretty much mean the same thing. But I wanted to introduce these two terms. If you have not heard of this, buyer persona or the customer avatar. The buyer persona is a buyer persona is a fictional characterization of your best customer or customers. That's based on the information about them and how they use your product or service. So you're going to create a fictional customer.
Yeah.
You're simply saying, hey, you know what? this is my ideal person that I want to buy from me. And we just told you that. Even though that fictional person can turn into an actual person or customer, our ideal person is someone who is new to sublimation. Someone who is new to vinyl. Someone who is new to making things in this area. That's our ideal customer. Our ideal customer is somebody who is not willing to go out and do the research to buy in bulk, buy what people would consider wholesale, buy at a lower cost because they don't have the money to do so. Simple but fancy. Grand Rising. Thanks for jumping on. So that's what we have done. And I just want to, break it down to you and try to, kind of explain that to you so it doesn't sound too confusing. Okay. Now, the customer avatar, that's the type of person you want to purchase your products or services. Same thing, right? Some people say buyer persona. Some people say customer avatar. People even say ideal customer, but however you decide to put it, there are going to be some things that you're going to have to do in order to create that ideal customer. There's some things that you're going to have to do.
And it could be based off, the things that you are doing in your business. I know a lot of people come in here, one main thing that they're doing is maybe memorial things, so that is, that's their target. They target, different people, different maybe services around the area that deal with the memorial area.
Hello, Mama, still out of Texas, H-Town. What's going on? So people are creating their customer avatars or their target audiences and don't even know it. Let's pause for a minute. I said this yesterday and I stand firm to it. Some people will not agree. Not here to be, popular. However, in my opinion, trying to be everything for everybody may not be the best solution when you're just getting started in business or even at all. Even though you look at department stores like Wally World or Target, they can reach a wide range of customers. However, they're not going to have everybody shopping with them. Some people don't want to shop with them. Some people want to shop at a higher end department store. Some people love their prices just because they can it fits in their budget. And then some of the people that are shopping at higher end stores are still shopping at Wally World and Target. But a lot of people who are at Target and Wally World may not shop at the higher end stores. However, once again, you cannot focus on, it's not a good idea, in my opinion, to focus on trying to get everybody. Because if you go out there trying to get everybody, then it's a possibility that you may not get anybody. It's similar to fishing. You have to know the waters and you have to know the type of fish that are in those waters. You have to know what those type of fish are eating, and you have to know what those types of fish are, when they feed, when they eat, what type of bait you want to put on that hook. It's very similar to fishing. So you want to think about that. If you go out there and you are wanting to catch this big mouth bass, but you're fishing with a fishing pole that only has like a 20-foot line, reach, and you can't get out into the middle, and the bass are actually in the middle of the river, right? You need to get a reel, or you may even have to get off that bank and get into a boat and get out there and fish in the. So
that means you have to adjust, and you're gonna always be making adjustments, within your business,
So some things to consider. I just wanted to share that because a lot of people think that, I just want to be that for everybody. And I want to just, reach out to everybody, and I want to be able to get everybody, but you can't do that.
And also all these different trends and stuff. Every week is something different. You got to know, you have to know what to get into and what not to get into. Because if not, you'll be all over the place.
Once again, guys, if you're just getting on, my name is Eric.
I'm D, y'all.
And this is the Blank Spot Academy. We come on every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time talking business. We have a new series, Business Beyond Crafting. If you're just jumping on, we're talking about target audience, target audiences, and trying to understand how you can create your target audience. What's the best way to narrow down your customer bases? People are talking about it all the time. I'm not getting any sales. I can't get anybody to buy my stuff. Why can't I get anybody to buy my stuff? Hey, Grand Rising, Tracy, thanks for jumping on. Let me see. It's not, you have to have a focus on one thing, see how it does, and then pivot. Yeah. It makes sense. You learn a couple of things.
Yeah.
You learn one or two things, you get really good at them, and then you actually start to branch off. Not saying that you can't attract a broader audience.
Yeah, and not saying that you can't try, different things. It's just you have to know, where to stop. you can't just say, okay, I'm gonna get into this week, I'm gonna get into that. You have to try something out for so long, and then decide that, okay, this is good for my business, this is not good for my business.
So let me ask people out there who may be listening and who may be able to respond. If you are having problems finding or creating your target audience, do me a favor, drop a number 5. Drop the number 5 if you are having some concerns or issues finding your target audience.
Yeah.
Drop a number 5.
We just want to feel the waters and see, where you guys are, when it comes to this topic. Because we have a store here, so we listen to customers and their concerns all the time. And, what we hear is that this is, could be an issue in your business. So drop a number 5 if you have issues with your target audience.
If you have problems, if you're having trouble, or if you want to admit that you're having trouble locating your target audience, drop a number 5.
Yeah.
Barbara G.
Okay, Barbara G.
Okay.
All right.
So if that's the case, here's some things that you may want to consider. You want to go?
So some questions to consider. Okay, what is the desired action of your target audience? Okay, what demographic groups are most likely to take the action? Okay, how do they think? Do you know how they think? What needs, challenges, and frustrations do they have? Okay, how does your idea, service, or product help your target audience? So basically, what you have to do in business, we have to solve a problem.
That's it. That's all these questions are asking. How are you solving a problem?
How are you solving a problem in your area? I'm gonna read these questions again. Okay, it says, what is the desired action of your target audience? What demographic groups are most likely to take the desired action? Right? What do they think? What needs, challenges, and frustrations do that audience have? And how does your idea, service, or product help that target audience? Right? So how is your product helping to solve a problem? Is basically what you need to think about. What is your product or service? How's that helping your customer or that audience?
Let's shoot to number 2 right quick. The demographic. I want to talk about that. A lot of people feel like they're doing something wrong if they say, hey, I'm targeting ladies, or I am going to target children, or I'm going to target school teachers, right, or I am going to target stay-at-home moms. A lot of people feel they have issues with that. There's nothing wrong with that, because if you have a product that can help, stay-at-home moms, let's say there's a stay-at-home mom of 3, and they're working on a budget, and she wants to make sure that her children have nice things, have branded things,
right, for school,
or just
a backpack, a tumbler, something that will, y'all know kids fight. So she may have 3 kids that, they're fighting over a cup, or they're fighting over something where your service can help her to brand, get a cup that's branded with their name on it. That'll save her some headache with them fighting over a cup, so stuff like that, you think about.
Maybe you're into marketing and promotional items, and you have come across another entrepreneur that wants to brand their business, and you can provide that answer, that solution to them for them, and in branding helping them to brand their business. So demographics, the age, the sex, what type of job they have, what type of lane do they fall into, what's their ethnic backgrounds, all that matters when you're trying to create your target audience or your desired audience.
What do they need?
Yeah. Now, how do they think?
Yeah.
You know, we got to look at the economy when we talk about how they think, because right now there's a lot of people who are concerned mainly with price.
Yep.
A lot of people are going to shop for price first, and then value later, because of the economy. So that might be a thing about that. You might want to do some surveys. You might want to create some surveys and just do some digital surveys, maybe doing it on social media, maybe gathering people's information, going out into the community and, asking questions, having people fill out forms. I know it takes some time. It's a little legwork.
Yeah.
But it's a possibility.
Yeah. But the main thing that I want to point out in this slide deck right here is number 5. And it's something that you need to ask yourself on a daily basis when it comes to your business. How does your idea, service, or product help your target audience?
What problem are you solving?
Okay, so if you're not getting any sales, you need to think about that. How does my product help the community, or help, whatever it is you're trying to do?
And just so you know, this is not to make you an expert on marketing. This is not to make you an expert on creating your target audience. This is to give you a baseline on how to get started or where to get started. You hear people all the time say, you know what, I don't know where to get started. Nobody. Google it. Google the very thing that we're talking about. Google the very thing that we're talking about.
Yep.
How do I create my target audience? Just that simple. It's just like having a conversation with anybody. You have a conversation with your smartphone in the search engine, and you ask, how do I create my target audience? What problem am I solving? When you talk about the frustrations of a customer, customers are frustrated because of price.
Yeah.
Customers are frustrated because things are not lasting. So something to think about. So the next thing, this is continuation. Questions to consider. What drives your customers, or the market, the people in the market? What drives them to make the purchasing decisions? We talked about that. Price, value, availability.
Sometimes I know, if you see it so many times, you're like, wait a minute, I keep on seeing this. I might want to try this out. So make sure that you are, posting your item enough, because if people keep on seeing something, they're gonna buy.
Yeah. Are they currently using a similar product or service from similar organization? Maybe you can do something and share a product or a service that you can improve on. Maybe you've done something that makes it better for them. That's another idea. What social media are they currently using? You can't limit yourself, or you can limit yourself. It's not a good idea to limit yourself to one platform. Now, if you're being successful on that platform, by all means, and you're seeing the success or the forward progress that you want to see on that platform, by all means, continue.
But if you don't post on others, how do you know if you're going to be successful or not?
Because there's some people that are not on FB.
Yeah.
There's some people that are not on YT.
Yep.
Some people are not on IG. Some people are not on TT. Some people are not on SN or
or YouTube
or email. I just said that.
Or email.
I said YT.
Okay.
Yeah. I was being slick just now. Email though, you can use different avenues. Different avenues to reach people. So what are they? Some people are not using social media at all. So how do you reach out to them?
Right? How do you get to them?
You got to think about it. Hey, are they willing to share their phone number? Can you text them? Are they willing to share their email address? Can you email them? Put them on the email list. But see, here's the thing: you got to have some items in place. You got to have some policies and procedures in place.
Yep.
People say all the time, well, I don't have a website. You don't have to have a website to be able to email somebody. You can create a form. You can create a survey on Google Docs that can be redirected back to your email.
Yep.
You can create a form on Jot Forms or any type of software like that that is relatively free or actually free. And you can, have them fill out the survey, capture the email information, and you can email them.
Yep.
You can do that.
Email is not dead.
It's not. So what media do they currently use? How can you best reach your target audience? I think we kind of covered that.
Yeah, we pretty much covered that.
But you got to think about that. How can you best reach their target audience?
Yep.
We're on all these social media platforms, watching all these funny videos, and we're getting all entertained. But how many of us are actually becoming educated? Okay. And then, are you confident that you picked the right target audience? I think getting started in business, I think there's a lot of people out there who are afraid that they're going to make a mistake. They're afraid that they're going to make a mistake. They are afraid that they're going to mess up. And because they are afraid that they're going to make a mistake or that they're going to mess up, then they are fearful of making decisions. So there's nothing wrong if you feel like you have picked or not picked the right audience. You can always pivot. Things are currently always changing. Things are always changing. So you have to think about pivoting. There's an opportunity to pivot all the time. You got to watch the market. You have to do your research. You have to pay attention. Keep your ear to the ground. What's going on? Who's doing this? What's going on in this lane? Check out what the market is calling for. Check out what's going on, and that's important. Okay, so just to do a quick recap. You have to create a persona. You have to create an avatar. You have to create something that's going to allow you to build your ideal customer. If you can build your ideal customer, you can begin to create a situation for your business where you can start to make sales. As long as you learn from your mistakes, you can only get better. Absolutely. And I wouldn't even call it a mistake, Mama Still. It's just things change. We're not going to always get it right the first time every time. Okay? Not going to always get it right the first time every time. So I'm going to go back. Hope you guys are getting something out of this. I'm going to go back and I'm scrolling back down to answer or respond to some of these questions or comments. Stay blessed and God bless you as well. Thank you. I appreciate it. Grand Rising, everybody who's just jumping on. Let's see. I finally found a person that's willing to show me sublimation classes. I hope I'm in the right place. I believe you are. Do you ship sublimation tumbler blanks by bulk? Sublimation tumbler blanks by bulk. We are a retail store. Crafting with Carter, we are a retail store, and we do offer a membership. Inside that membership, there are some requirements. One of the requirements is that you have a retail license. Once you have presented your retail license with us, you will be able to purchase a membership. A membership will allow you to purchase from our store, our entire store, up to 20% off. Okay, with that membership. However, it cannot be in and out type thing. So hopefully that answers your question. And bulk is subjective. The word bulk is subjective to different individuals. So we have our own starting point with the bulk number. I believe it's 100. Yeah.
Bulk for us is 100
bulk for us starts at 100 or more, but we do have the ability to ship in large quantities. Okay, we do have the ability to ship in large quantities. Designs that speak. Grand Rising, thank you for jumping on. Yes, Aisha, you made it. You want to know how to start a web store. You mean an online store? This is to Rosa. Do you mean an online store? Just going back looking at the comments. Let's see. When will you go live again? We're live throughout the week.
Yeah.
But these particular trainings are Mondays and Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to see the replay, you can go to our YouTube channel. It's live right now on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is The Blanks Spot. The Blanks Spot. You got something you want to share? I was just going back reading the comments.
We're going back on the on the comments.
I was just reading the comments. So does anybody have any questions? It's Mine by Colette. Hello. Thank you for jumping on. Grand Rising to you. Drop your city and state, guys. If you're just jumping on, we are talking about finding your target audience. And we've done a semi-formal slideshow.
Yeah.
Give you some information, just to show you, what we found, and just to show you that it's not hard to figure out. It's really not.
It's not. And you may say, "Oh, I don't know what my target audience is," but just take a look deep down in your business. It's there. You just have to kind of nail it down to see exactly what it is. I know people that the only thing that they do are, items for babies, or, like I said before, you're doing memorial. You do a lot of memorial things. So if you find yourself maybe doing a lot of memorial things, well, guess what? That's your audience right there. So you got to figure out, how to get that out there more, based off what you're doing the most of. I think that might help. So what are you doing the most of in your business?
And I think something like memorials, and we have to be honest with ourselves. Everybody's not in the right mindset to do everything. So, but I know people who are doing memorials. They've reached out to funeral homes. They've reached out to churches, and they have created a market. They have created a market where there's already one, but they've inserted themselves inside that market.
Right.
You cannot be afraid to go out and speak to people, meet people, talk to people, and introduce people to yourself and your business. That's one of the other biggest issues. I think that people are very hesitant. People are very hesitant to talk about what they do and to introduce themselves to others. So that's another thing.
I know people that, they do tumblers a lot. Okay, well, is there a specific type of tumbler that you do the most of? Then maybe kind of go back and look at that, to see if it's a specific type that you do the most of. That will kind of help you with, the target audience based off what you're doing the most of. Because doing tumblers, that's very broad. But it could be a specific type that you see yourself on a daily basis doing the most of. Not about what you like, but what the customers are wanting the most of.
So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end our YouTube broadcast. We're going to stay on TikTok for a little while longer. We got about 20 more minutes, I guess, that we can go on. But we've covered everything that we need to cover on YouTube. We want to cut that video short. Go back and watch the YouTube channel. It is going to be there to be viewed. The YouTube channel is The Blanks Spot. It's The Blanks Spot. And you can go and watch that. We are live every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking business, guys. If you want to hang on, or if you want to switch from YouTube to our TikTok is also The Blank Spot. So we're going to go ahead and end the YouTube broadcast, guys. Like we always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel to know when we are on again. And we'll see you guys at the top, because there's too many people struggling at the bottom.
We'll talk to y'all later.